I never thought I'd see her again. Not after what her mother did to me, but there she was, standing at my door. 24 years old, wearing a sundress that left very little to the imagination, and the first thing she said to me was, "Hi, Daddy, not Mr. Stevens, not my mom's ex-husband, Daddy." And I knew right then, my life was about to get a whole lot more complicated. Before I tell you how we got here, if you've ever been left for someone richer, younger, or better, if you've ever rebuilt yourself from nothing and watched your ex crash and burn, if you've ever been tempted by someone you absolutely should not touch, you need to hear this whole story. And I want to know in the comments, have you ever gotten revenge without even trying? Because that's what this is. Passive revenge, and it's the sweetest kind. Part 1. The abandonment. My name is David. I'm 58 years old. And 15 years ago, my wife, Monica, left me for a venture capitalist named Richard. He was everything I wasn't, 10 years younger than me. Private jets, penthouse in Manhattan. The kind of guy who wore $1,000 suits to breakfast. We'd been married 12 years. I thought we were happy. I was a high school history teacher. Made decent money, nothing spectacular. We lived in a modest 3-bedroom house in the suburbs. We had a daughter, Lily, who was 9 at the time. Monica stayed home, raised Lily, volunteered at the school, seemed content, seemed happy. Then Richard walked into her life at some charity gala I didn't even attend because I was grading papers that night. 3 months later, she asked for a divorce. She didn't even try to hide it, didn't make excuses. She told me straight up, "David, I love you, but I don't want this life anymore. I want more. More. That word haunted me for years. More what? More money? More excitement? More status?" She never clarified, just more. The divorce was quick. She didn't take me to the cleaners, because Richard's money made mine irrelevant. She got primary custody of Lily, because I couldn't afford a brutal legal fight. I got weekends and alternating holidays. Lily was 9 years old. She cried every time I dropped her off at Monica's new place. This massive glass house in the hills, floor-to-ceiling windows, infinity pool. Guest house bigger than our old home. Richard tried to play nice at first. Shook my hand. Said things like, "We'll make this work for Lily." But within 6 months, he'd completely taken over. Disneyland trips. Paris for her 10th birthday. A horse. A literal horse. I couldn't compete. And honestly, I stopped trying. By the time Lily was 13, she barely spoke to me during our weekends. Just sat on her phone texting her friends. By 16, she started making excuses not to come at all. "Dad, I have a thing with friends." "Dad, Richard's taking us to Aspen." Monica had won. Richard had won. And I was just the boring history teacher who lost. Part 2. The quiet rebuild. When Lily turned 18, she went off to NYU. Full ride, courtesy of Richard. I sent birthday cards, Christmas gifts. She never responded. I told myself it was fine. She was young, building her life, maybe one day. So I did what any man does when he's lost everything. I rebuilt, quietly, no drama, no announcements. I threw myself into work, got promoted to department head, started investing the little money I had, bought a small rental property, then another, nothing flashy, just steady, smart moves. By my mid-50s, I wasn't rich like Richard, but I was stable, comfortable. I owned my house outright, had a decent portfolio. I'd rebuilt myself from the ashes. I dated here and there, nothing serious. A few women my age, a couple younger ones who didn't work out. I wasn't looking for anything, just living. Meanwhile, Monica's fairy tale started cracking. I heard through mutual friends people who felt bad for me and kept tabs that Richard had started traveling more. Business trips that lasted weeks. Monica went from charity galas and social media flexing to silence. She stopped posting, stopped showing up to events. Then, about 2 years ago, the bomb dropped. Richard left her. For a 32-year-old tech entrepreneur he'd met in Dubai. Apparently he'd been seeing her for over a year. He filed for divorce. And because they'd signed a prenup, his lawyers weren't stupid, Monica got a decent settlement. But nothing close to the lifestyle she'd grown accustomed to. She was 45, single, no career, no real friends, just people who liked Richard's money. And suddenly, ordinary, just like the life she'd left me for not being enough. The universe has a sense of humor, doesn't it? I didn't gloat. I didn't reach out. I just existed, lived my quiet life, taught my classes, managed my properties, and waited for nothing in particular. Part 3. The knock 6 months ago, everything changed. It was a Saturday afternoon. I was home, fixing a leaky faucet in my kitchen, hands covered in grease, when I heard the knock. I wasn't expecting anyone. Opened the door. And there she was. Lily, but not the Lily I remembered. Not the awkward teenager who avoided eye contact. This was a 24-year-old woman. Long dark hair, tanned skin. Sundress that showed off curves I had no business noticing. She looked stunning, and nothing like the little girl I used to read bedtime stories to. "Hi, Daddy," she said. I froze. She'd never called me that. Not since she was maybe 6 years old. After the divorce, it was always Dad when she bothered to talk to me at all. And now, Daddy? Lily, I finally managed. "What are you doing here?" She smiled. Sad smile. "Can I come in?" I stepped aside. She walked past me, and I caught a hint of perfume, expensive, the kind Monica used to wear. She sat on my couch, looked around. Nice place. Better than I remember. "I've made some changes," I said. "You want water?" "Coffee." "Water's fine." I poured her a glass, handed it to her, sat in the chair across from the couch. Safe distance. "So," I said, "it's been, what, 6 years? 7. She corrected. "Since I last saw you." "I'm sorry about that." "It's fine." "You were building your life." "No," she said. Her voice cracked. "It's not fine. I was awful to you, and I need you to know." "I know that now." I didn't know what to say. She took a breath. "Mom told me things about you. After the divorce, she said you didn't fight for me, that you chose your boring life over us, that you were small, and I believed her, because Richard was there, bigger than life. And you were just gone." "Lily, let me finish," she said. "When Richard left Mom 2 years ago, everything fell apart. She completely broke down, and I saw a side of her I'd never seen before. Bitter, angry, blaming everyone. Blaming me for not being enough to keep him. And that's when I started questioning everything she'd ever told me about you. I stayed silent, so I looked you up. Found your Facebook, saw you'd done well for yourself. Nothing flashy, just solid. And I started wondering if maybe she was the problem. Not you. If you've ever had someone come back into your life and admit they were wrong about you, drop a comment and tell me how that felt. Because I'm sitting there, staring at this woman who used to be my little girl, and I don't even know what to feel. Part 4. The confession. "Why are you here, Lily?" I finally asked. She looked down at her hands. "Because Mom's a mess, and I realized. You're the only stable thing I've ever actually had, even when I ignored you. Even when I treated you like you didn't matter. You were always there. Weekends, birthdays. You never stopped trying. Until I did," I said quietly. "You stopped because I pushed you away," she said. and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Daddy. There it was again. Daddy, I forgive you, I said. And I meant it. She looked up, tears in her eyes. Can I stay here tonight? I don't want to go back to Mom's. She's been drinking. A lot. And I need space. Every alarm in my head went off. But what was I supposed to say? No. Yeah, I said. Guest room's yours. She smiled. Thank you. That night, we ordered pizza, talked for hours. She told me about college, her marketing job, her ex-boyfriend who cheated. I told her about my properties, my students, the quiet life I'd built. It felt normal, like we were finally connecting, father and daughter. Around midnight, she said she was tired. Went to my guest me. I should have known it wouldn't stay that simple. Around 2 a.m., I woke up. Thought I heard something. Walked into the hallway. The guest room door was open. Lily was standing there. In one of my old t-shirts. Nothing else visible. I can't sleep, she said softly. Want me to make you tea? I offered. She shook her head. Walked closer. Too close. Lily, do you think I'm pretty? She asked. What? Do you think I'm pretty? Daddy! Every red flag in the universe was waving. Lily, you're my daughter. Stepdaughter, she corrected. Technically. That's not. Richard used to tell me I looked like Mom when she was young. She said. He said that's why he fell for her. But then he left her when she got older. When she wasn't shiny anymore. And I realized men don't stay for love. They stay for what they see. That's not true, isn't it? She stepped even closer. You stayed, even when Mom left. Even when I abandoned you, you stayed. And I think you're the only man who ever actually cared about me. Not what I looked like. Not what I could do for them. Just me. Lily, you need to go back to bed. I don't want to. And then she kissed me. If you're still watching this, if you've made it this far, I need you to comment right now and tell me, what would you have done? Because I'm about to tell you what I did. And I'm still not sure if it was right. Part 5. The line I pushed her back, gently, but firmly. Lily, no. She looked hurt, confused. Why not? Because you're my daughter. I'm not your daughter, she said, voice rising. Monica made sure of that. She took me away from you. She poisoned me against you. And now I'm here, choosing you, and you're rejecting me? This isn't about rejection. Then what is it about? Tears streaming down her face now. I finally see you. I finally want to be close to you. And you're pushing me away just like everyone else. I took a breath. Lily, listen to me. You're hurting. Your mom's a mess. Richard abandoned you both. Your ex cheated. You're looking for something stable. Someone who won't leave. And I get that. But what you're feeling right now, it's not about me. It's about needing anyone to make you feel safe. You don't know what I'm feeling. Maybe not, I said. But I know this. If we cross that line, we can't go back. And I just got you back in my life. I'm not losing you again because we made a mistake. She stared at me. Then she started crying, really crying. I pulled her into a hug. Not sexual, just fatherly. The way I used to when she was little and scraped her knee. I've got you, I whispered. I'm not going anywhere. She clung to me. I'm so messed up. Daddy, you're not messed up. You're human. We stood there for a long time. Eventually, she pulled back, wiped her eyes. I'm sorry, she said. Don't be. Just, let's get you back to bed. We'll figure this out in the morning. She nodded. Went back to the guest room, closed the door. I went back to my room. Didn't sleep the rest of the night. Part 6. The morning after the next morning, she was gone. Left a note on the kitchen counter. Daddy, I'm sorry for last night. You were right. I'm a mess, but thank you for not giving up on me. I need time to figure myself out, but I'll be back. I promise. Love, Lily. I haven't seen her since. That was 3 months ago. She texts me sometimes. Nothing heavy, just updates. Started therapy. Got a promotion thinking about you. I respond. Keep it light. Let her lead. Monica reached out once. Drunk text. Did Lily come see you? She won't talk to me. I didn't respond. Because here's the thing. I won. Not by doing anything. Not by revenge. Not by gloating. I won by just being there. By being the man who didn't abandon her. Even when she abandoned me, Monica chose more and lost everything. Richard chose younger and became the villain. I chose to stay decent and became the one she came back to. So if you're out there, divorced, watching your ex live their upgrade life, just wait. Just keep building. Keep being decent. Because life has a way of humbling people who think they've already won. And sometimes, the daughter they poisoned against you, she figures it out on her own. And when she does, you'll be ready. If this story hits you, leave a comment telling me where you are in your journey. Are you still in the pain? Are you rebuilding? Are you watching your ex crash? I want to know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, because there's more stories like this, and you're going to want to hear them. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.